கேப்டன் நியூஸ் நேயர்கள் அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். நான் நிர்மலா, யூரோப் ஸ்டடி சென்டரின் கல்வி ஆலோசகர். யூரோப் ஸ்டடி சென்டர் தொடர்ந்து அயல்நாட்டு கல்வி பற்றிய நிகழ்ச்சியை நடத்திட்டு வரோம். அந்த வரிசையில் இன்னைக்கு நம்ம கூட இந்த நிகழ்ச்சிக்கு ஸ்லோவாக்கியாங்கிற நாட்டிலிருந்து அங்கே இருக்கிற அரசு பல்கலைக்கழகமான டெக்னிக்கல் யூனிவர்சிட்டி ஆஃப் கொசிட்ஸேலேருந்து டெலிகேட்ஸ் வந்திருக்காங்க. இவங்க ரெண்டு ஃபேக்கல்ட்டியிலிருந்து வந்திருக்காங்க, ஃபேக்கல்ட்டி ஆஃப் மெக்கானிக்கல் இன்ஜினியரிங் அண்ட் ஃபேக்கல்ட்டி ஆஃப் எக்கனாமிக்ஸ். இதிலிருந்து நம்ம கூட டெலிகேட்ஸ் இன்னைக்கு வந்திருக்காங்க இந்த நிகழ்ச்சிக்கு. நம்ம இந்த நிகழ்ச்சியில் அவங்க நம்ம கூட அவங்க கண்ட்ரியை பற்றியும் யூனிவர்சிட்டி பற்றியும் ப்ரோக்ராம்ஸ், அங்கே இருக்கிற ஜாப் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸ், ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்க்கு என்னென்ன நன்மைகள் அந்த நாட்டுக்கு போய் படிக்கிறதுனால, இந்த மாதிரியான விஷயங்களை நம்ம கூட இன்னைக்கு தொடர்ந்து பேச போகிறாங்க. தொடர்ந்து நிகழ்ச்சியை பாருங்கள். So without any further delay, I am going to introduce the delegates. So good afternoon, professors. We are very happy and welcome to our country, and we are extremely very happy to have you all in the show. So kindly introduce yourself to our audience, please.
Thank you very much, first of all, for your invitation. My name is Michal Šoltes, and I'm an associate professor of finance in Slovakia. At the same time, I'm the dean of the Faculty of Economics of Technical University of Košice, and I'm really happy to be here.
Thank you, Professor. So, Professor, please.
Namaste, vanakkam. Thank you for the invitation once again. My name is Jan Gleca. I'm also associate professor of finance and at the same time the vice for external relations and development at the Faculty of Economics of the Technical University of Košice.
Welcome, Professor. Professor, please introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Jan Král. I am also associate professor from Technical University of Košice, but I am from Faculty of Mechanical Engineering. I would like to invite you to Slovakia.
Thank you so much, Professor. We are very happy to once again have you all here. So let's first start with where Slovakia is located and where this university is located. So I would like to hand over the question to Professor.
Okay, thank you very much. Slovakia is a small country, well, from Indian point of view, of course, because we have only 5.5 million inhabitants. It's a small country in the heart of the Europe, but we have to say that it's small, but it's really very beautiful because we are full of mountains and full of lakes, and we have really great nature. And we are a country which is formerly from eastern part of Europe.
Okay.
That means with a certain part of communist history, actually. But nowadays it's democratic and it's fully a part of Europe. So,
that's very nice.
Yeah. And Technical University of Košice is from the city of the Košice, which is actually, let's say, capital of eastern part of Slovakia. And we say that it's the second largest city in Slovakia, but of course the most beautiful. There is no doubt about
yes, that. Yes, professors. I've seen a couple of videos about the country, and it's really very green and beautiful, very nice. Yes, let's now go to the programs offered in the university. So I think, Professor, you can brief about the programs. What are the levels you are offering, like for UG programs, the PG programs, and how are the international students come there, and what are the requirements? All that you can actually brief.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Well, we have, as you mentioned, UG programs where we have two specialization or study programs. One is called Finance, Banking, and Investment. Another is Economic and Management of Public Administration. This same is at the master level, and we offer also postgraduate PhD programs when we have program Finance and Spatial and Regional Economics.
Okay, all right. So now, as we have two different faculties, I'm going to start posting questions from each faculty. So now the first question I would like to ask Professor from the Faculty of Mechanical Engineering. So what are the programs you offer in UG and PG level for international students, Professor? Could you please brief about that?
Our faculties have four study programs for international students.
Okay.
First is automotive production. So this is oriented to production automotive because we have four, five companies which produce cars. First is Volkswagen, second is Kia, third is Citroen and Peugeot, fourth is Land Rover, And the fourth study program is
Mechanical engineering.
mechanical engineering,
Okay.
standard mechanical,
Yeah.
mechanical engineering.
Yes.
So,
Okay. So I have seen the master's program in the website, like masters in finance, banking, and investment. So which has got lovely subjects actually. No country can operate without a bank, without finance, and without investment. So that's a very excellent program you have in the under the Faculty of Economics. So could you please tell about the curriculum, how it is designed for the modern world, how the students are going to get industry ready after the program. Could you please explain about that, Professor?
Yes, of course. I can start, and maybe my vice dean will tell something more. Yes, we have actually we have two master programs, but the main one is finance, banking, and investments.
Okay.
And I have to say that it's a very high quality master program, and it's not easy
Yes.
because it's as all the economy or economics as it is. The science of economy is now oriented more quantitative way. So it's full of actually data science, let's say, and
Okay.
courses we that are taught are econometrics and of course intermediate and professional statistics,
Okay.
but as well as the banking system and the financial system and basics, not basics, but also investment strategies and investment management.
Okay.
I know that more, or it's more favorite is to study management because it's a little bit wider and a little bit maybe easy. In your mind, you think it's easy,
Okay.
but I'm sure that financial management and finance and banking investments are actually future, and it's very important and really very difficult. Well, I but I hope this will be motivating for the potential students and.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Thank you,
it. That's it.
Professor. That's a very detailed explanation. Now we will go for a short commercial break, and then we will come back and continue with the other things.
I'm overheated, can hardly sleep at night, doing crazy dreaming. You're the reason why, hiding by the baby, losing my mind. Don't try to save me. I feel alive. My world is faster and faster. The tears and the laughter. I'm here for the ride. Yes, yes, I'm an emotional mess. Yes, but you wouldn't want me less. Yes, 'cause you know how wild it could get to love an emotional mess.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby. And twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak my mind. Oh.
Welcome back to the show, students and the parents. Now I'm going to focus questions to the professors who is from the mechanical engineering faculty. So professor, we have been hearing a lot about the automotive industry in the Slovakia. So could you please enlighten us about the automotive industry in Slovakia?
Yes. Last year was product more than 1 million cars in Slovakia.
Wow.
You
that's
hear
nice.
that we have little more than 5 million citizens,
Okay.
and we are the high productive country for cars. We have the new automotive companies, Volvo Car.
Okay.
He is involved in Košice, and they want to increase and product the new electrical cars. We need the students, we need the graduates, and we are there here for new graduates and new students.
Okay. So students, that's a good news for us. They need a lot of mechanical engineers there for their manufacturing industry. They are looking out for a lot of students. So what is that you're looking for? You should be there. So let's now ask about the admission requirements and other details. So stay tuned with us. So now I am focusing the questions now back to our Faculty of Economics. Professors, could you please tell us the admission requirements, in order to study in your faculty? What all the graduates from India need to be prepared with? Do they need to learn any additional softwares related to economics, or how the student should be, prepared, both, the curriculum-wise as well as the documentations? Can you please share some information about that?
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Of course, we have two levels of study: bachelor or undergraduate, and master level of study, where the admission condition is a little bit different. For bachelors, you have to have finished high school with all the certificates or diploma, and important prerequisites are the English knowledge. Usually, especially for our exchange mobility, we require B2 level of English, and there should be also basics or let's say background in mathematics is also important prerequisite. For the admission, there is an interview we do online as for now, but in the close future we are also planning to come and make it face-to-face here in India. And for the master level, you have to have the background in economics and management, so some bachelor diploma in this field.
Okay, that's very nice. So you mentioned an interview online. So what is that kind of? Is it are you going to give some question answers or entrance tests, something like that, or is it going to be a Skype interview where you're going to see the student, and what and all, will it be a technical round, or how it is going to be, Professor?
Okay, so we are working together in close cooperation with the agency when there is identity check, and we do the Skype interview in very friendly environment.
Okay.
When we'll consider the communication level, general and more basic knowledge within the field, within the economics, mathematics, have some general knowledge, and also the level of English.
Okay.
If I can add something.
Yes, please go ahead. Yes.
Actually, we don't do tests this year, maybe next year. And the only things we actually need is very good level of English, because all the study is actually in English.
Okay.
And of course, good motivation to study economics. This is the most important thing. And we will probably, hopefully, teach you everything else.
Can I add from our faculty?
Yes, please, please.
The same is basic is for all faculties. The basic is English
Okay.
and mathematics,
Mathematics.
because we are technical faculty, and all another subjects will have the mathematics, like the statics, like the kinematics, like dynamics, like the strength and mechanics. All another subjects is supported by the mathematics from the first year
Okay.
study.
So it's very essential to have mathematics as one of the subject during the schooling and
Yes,
in the college.
also if you want to count the salary, you need the mathematics.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
because actually mathematics doesn't give you only mathematics, but also the sort of logical thinking and problem solving, and that's very important even to the life.
okay.
And actually, if we want it or not, behind the theory is always some mathematics, even behind economy, because economic theory is very practical actually.
Okay.
But behind that is very, very strong basic research in mathematics. So you have to simply understand at least the basics,
Yes.
just to be very good in the field.
Okay.
If you want to high salary, you need the add knowledge. You
Yes.
need the add
More
knowledge.
skill set is required.
Yes.
Yes, that is very, very important. Yeah. So from the mechanical faculty, I would like to ask, what are the facilities the students, like the lab facilities, how are the students taught actually? Like, will it be more of practical or it's a theory based? Like how the students gets the hands-on experience? Can you please explain about that too, Professor?
Depends on study programs. The first, we have the study program which is theoretical at the first year,
Okay.
but higher years are very practical.
Uh-huh.
All study program has the labs with the new machine, new devices. We have invest many millions euros last 5 years
Okay.
to the laboratory and equipments, and we have the newest machine at the world for machines, for testing, for measuring, for everything for mechanical engineering.
Okay, so that's very nice.
And I'm very proud because we can tell to students and to the world that we can teach, learn, produce the part for the machines, for the cars, and also for the people, because we have the biomedical engineering.
Okay.
At this moment, we have more than 500 implantates which was installed to the people
Okay.
with biomedical engineering.
So it's like it's all integrated.
Yes, yes,
Each
yes.
faculty is kind of integrated.
We have more than 80 3D printers, and we can print there's biocompatible materials like the bones and similar.
Okay. So which is like very, very need of the hour because of this pandemic and so
Yes.
the biomedical engineering is also like taking off, the biotechnology and the medical engineering.
You can find at our web page the biggest maxillofacial implantates. That is
Okay.
86% recovered from the face.
Wow.
The men which have the accidents.
Okay, okay, that's very nice. So what about the students who wanted to do their own startup, like after studying there? So does the university support in all that? So how is it, Professor?
Okay, so for that we have University Scientific Park, we call it Technicom, where there is a startup center, startup incubator, in which the student can create the groups or let's say the companies
Okay.
with the support of the professional teams as well as the experts from the field of their future or starting business.
Okay.
And there are also internships which are important, an integral part where they will make the practice within the company of their interest.
Okay, that's very nice to know. So all that is required is the skill set. That is what is required, whether it is a faculty of economics, whether it's a faculty of mechanics or biomedical engineering. All that need is like the need of the hour is they have to upscale the skill. That is more important. So that is what is all the universities are looking towards it. So let me just come to the general questions which the parents and the students wanted to know about it. So some of the countries ask for IELTS or TOEFL, as a admission requirement. So does Technical University of Košice require IELTS for the international students, Professor? So you can answer that.
Okay, thank you very much for the question. We require good communication skills, which are important for the international students and also for our students, which are interested in exchange mobility within the, especially EU, but not only. There are no IELTS or TOEFL or some other tests which are more focused to grammar, and this is not required, but also if you have, it's just an advantage. Yeah.
So it's just the point of communication. Generally there is no need for IELTS.
Yes.
So that's actually a good news. Okay.
Actually,
Yes.
again, if I can add, actually
Yes, please.
the business English is a course which is taught actually within the bachelor study. So
Okay, that's very nice.
so the basic vocabulary and the basic phrases you will learn actually in the
In
university.
the university.
But it's very important to be able to communicate in English. That's why so far we didn't need any certificate. We need knowledge. So knowledge and skill is much more than certificate actually.
Yes.
But maybe in future there will be some requirement like this because we are talking about that actually.
Okay, Professor.
Okay.
So what about the medium of instruction? So, like, how are the courses? I think already you had mentioned like it's going to be English taught. So does the student need to know the native language? Always there is a myth for the parents here and the students. They always think that in order to go to Europe to study, they need to know the local language because then only they give the admission. So many students I see on a daily basis, they have this mindset, okay, so if I don't know the language, I cannot survive. So how that is being handled by the international students? So
No.
from the mechanical faculty side, how it is being handled, Professor?
At the mechanical faculty, we have a special person for foreign students
Okay.
at the study department
Okay, Professor.
that speak English, and the student doesn't know the Slovak language because all study is in English. We have two way of the study, in Slovak language and in the English language.
English language.
If you want to study in English language, you must pay the tuition fee.
Okay.
If you want to study in Slovak language, this study is free, but you must know the Slovak language.
Okay.
The same condition for all the students,
Okay.
not different by the nationality. And if you study, you don't need know the Slovak language when you don't want. But we have the experience that some students from the Indian study bachelor study in English and learn Slovak language and continue study at the master study without the tuition fee.
Okay, okay. So that possibility is also there.
Also,
It's all like how the student is smart enough to utilize all the resources available. That
Yes.
is what is matters at the end of the day.
we know that, and all of the world has experience with the Indian students. Also, the Google, the Microsoft know that Indian students have the potential, are very
And
clever.
nowadays it's like more easy. You have a Google translator. It's not like the language is no longer a
Yes,
barrier.
new technology
Yes.
help them, and
Yeah.
this is artificial intelligence now.
Yes, correct.
Oh,
Yes. So humans continuously evolve. So that
Yes.
is how we can, come
If
up.
students want, is it possible everything, and we
Yes.
help them.
Correct.
Also, we have the good support from EST agency
Okay.
because they care about them when they coming to Slovakia,
Okay.
and this is the first contact with Slovak Republic.
Okay. That's very nice.
Actually,
Yeah.
again, I have to add something.
Yes, please, please, please.
I want to stress two things. First of all, we have quite large Indian community actually, because we already have a certain number, approximately 100 students from India.
Okay.
But that's not so important. The more important is that our university is international. That means with English you can get everything. So
That
we
is
have
nice.
10% of our students from abroad. So
Okay.
all the university has international environment. That's the main important thing. Of course, you are encouraged to learn Slovak language, because as many languages as you know, as many times you are a person, we have such a proverb. So it's very good if you, of course, you are coming to Slovakia or to different country to experience culture and to experience also the language and the habits and things like that, and then makes your personality much higher and much more benefit. So again, but I want to stress that we are international university with completely international environment and English speaking every professor, or let's say 90% of the
That's
staff.
ve-
So
that's
so
very
that's
nice.
important. Okay.
So students, don't fear for the language.
Yes, that's
You
it.
can go anywhere and you can achieve if you just have the heart and mind put into that. So now I would like to ask the most, asked question, I would say, like about the Erasmus exchange program. So I would like to hear from all the three of you. Maybe you can take turns and you can start and you can tell about how the Erasmus exchange program is designed, what are the requirements. So I would start from the professor from the mechanical. Okay. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, I will start from the Faculty of Economics because I'm the Erasmus faculty coordinator, and I will make this question more general. We will not speak only about the Erasmus program, but more general about the student mobility. The student mobility we can split into two parts. First is mobility for study, and another one is the mobility for traineeship or internships. As our students, all of our students of our university are eligible for Erasmus program, which is one of the most common exchange mobility program for both students and teachers and staff, which allow them to travel for 1 year on each study level. For it, it means 1 year as a bachelor, 1 year as a master level students abroad within the European Union. For that they will get the funding, the scholarship from the European Union, and of course there is the advantage of language knowledge because you can study also in non-English speaking countries. On the other side, many students are interested also in study languages, and we have very nice connection, even double degree diploma in France, for example, or in UK, and many other programs also in Germany, Austria, and many other European countries. So on the other side, there is also the Slovak language support, which we do, which we offer to our students because of everyday life. They are not only shopping; there are even the relationships, lives happening every day. So of course, this is the advantage, and you are encouraged to know also local language and culture, which are important part of the life. There are also other mobility schemes. We have CEPUS, we have also, we are the member as the university, the member of European University Alliance, and we have many foreign partners, and you can have also many forms of mobilities also there.
Okay.
We are from the same university, we have the same condition for
So
mobility.
it applies to all the faculties?
Yes, maybe different faculties
Yes.
or universities, but the same condition.
Okay, Professor. Thank you so much. So I think we have come to the end of the program. Thank you so much, professors, for traveling all the way from Slovakia to our country and sharing us about the university to our students. I'm sure it's going to be really very helpful and informative, not only students, but also the parents. So students and parents, if you have any further questions or if you need your profile to be analyzed and the proper courses to be suggested, please do contact us in the number scrolling down, and you can fix an appointment with us and you can come and meet us in one-on-one session with the counselor. We have an excellent team of counselors, experienced people, and also we have a great support for admission also. So please do contact us. Thank you so much.